So the woman I'm with, I'm gonna elevate her anyway because I feel like I'm that guy. I feel like I'm that force to be reckoned with. And so it's like, at the end of the day, it's like it really don't matter. Again, as long as she's beautiful to me, and she does something for me, and she turns my head, and she doesn't embarrass me, and she doesn't like bring me negative attention. That's all that matters to me.
Hey,
Hey,
Cloud.
Clout, I'm good with your woman having the titties out, as long as my women don't. I want them to be looking.
Well, yeah, the sit there and say, man, every man's head got to turn when my woman walks in a room. For what? So you can feel good about yourself, even if you go to Shannon route. If your girl ain't bad, then that's already a representation of you anyway. So the only way that you'll have to go get a bad chick on your arm just to fake the funk. Because if you're a bad boy, you're a bad boy anyway. Her being on your arm matters not, because guess what? You got all the things that matter anyway. You picked the fugly chick, but you happy. And her being fugly or fine ain't gonna determine nothing that goes on in your bank account or any business moves that you make. Why? Because that's how you got there to begin with. You're already there. No, Shannon, what I mean is that if you're saying that the bad chick is a representation, then that mean you wouldn't have had an ugly chick to begin with. Because you the baddest man in the room. So if you the baddest man in the room and you decided to go mess with a ugly woman, what does it matter? You already the baddest man in the room. You made your choice. How other people see her ain't gonna matter at that point. But yeah, that's all I pretty much got to say. I could care less if anybody else think my woman don't have to turn heads in a room. She just got to turn my head.
A few heads.
Now, once she stopped turning my head, that's when we got a problem. When I stopped looking at her like, damn, that woman fine. Now we got an issue.
All right, Hank. We split on this right now. We done had a few dudes like, nah, the dude's tripping. So, Shandon said, nope, he a hoe about that. And he want everybody looking at his woman. Go ahead and be the tiebreaker, dog.
God damn, let me do it then. I said it before.
Is it a tiebreaker? I think I'm all alone.
I think we had two neutrals, one.
No, somebody got called. Somebody called him a bitch. The other one was like, "You tripping, bro?"
Yeah. So we got two strong opinions. So we need a tiebreaker.
Well, look, I said it before, man. My woman got to be good enough to look at, and if she's not good enough for y'all to look at, then I got to reevaluate my taste in women. So yeah, I want a beautiful woman. You know, I beautiful outside as well as inside. I don't have a problem with it. Now, you know, I ain't around with an ugly chick. I done got caught on a drought season and knocked down the ugly chick, so I can't say nothing about that. But you know, they won't stay with her. You know, because I know sliding her through the back door at a Regent Hall in Murray State, yeah, that wasn't the type of woman I was going to take out on the regular.
Not during the drought, Hank. Not during the drought.
Yeah, we've all hit the drought.
All the drought season, baby. I don't know, maybe y'all keeping it real. Y'all might not have to deal with the drought. I had to deal with the drought, though. I ain't gonna lie.
I appreciate you keeping it real, Hank. Straight up.
Shoot, what dude up here gonna say he never? Never mind. All right, Clout Jones.
All right, I'm gonna say I'm inclined to kind of agree with Sweeney a little bit, to the degree of like at the end of the day, it is my woman. Like I'm choosing a woman who's attractive to me, right? So whether she turns heads or not is kind of irrelevant, because if she turns my head, that's really all that matters to me. Now, at the same time, you know, all of us, your fantasy is you want your girl to be the baddest girl in the room on like a fantasy level, right? You want her to turn heads, but for me, it's like I want her to turn heads for the right reasons. You know what I mean? Like a lot of times, a woman might walk in the room and turn heads, and it's like it's not necessarily for the right reasons. It could be because her dress is too tight. It could be because her titties is spilling out the top. Like, you know what I mean? Like I want people to turn heads at my woman because not only because of her beauty, but because of like the grace and swag that she carries herself with, the style that she dresses with. You know, I feel like those things when you're looking for a partner are a little bit more important than the immediate wow factor. You know, the wow factor is great, it's wonderful, but at the same time, sometimes that can be embarrassing. You know what I mean? Like you might have the girl with the big old booty that turns heads every time you walk in, but then you get tired of walking into a nice restaurant and everybody's looking at your woman's ass. You get tired of going to a wedding. You get tired of being in conservative places and everybody just all on your wife's ass. There can be circumstance, because everybody says, yeah, I want my wife to be that eye magnet, but let's be real. When you actually got that girl with you that is that eye magnet, a lot of dudes can't really actually handle that and don't actually really want to deal with the attention that comes with that, which is why we're always talking about, modesty with dress, and we talk about all these different things. People don't want their girl going out to clubs and all of that on their own and stuff like that. Like all of that is taken into account. So for me particularly, it's like, yes, she has to be beautiful, but it's most important that she's beautiful to me. Now, on the last thing that I definitely agree with Sweeney on is like, yo, if I feel like I'm that dude. So I feel like when I walk in the room, I'm turning heads anyway. So whether my woman is turning heads or not, it doesn't matter, because all eyes is going to be on me when I walk in the room. You know what I'm saying? And by proxy, by me being the flyest dude in the room, any woman that's with me is going to be seen at that level or that tier. By proxy, it's like, what am I like that's just how it's going to be. Like nobody says Michelle Obama's not amazing, because like, no, like, you know what I mean, she's not the baddest woman in the world if we're being honest, but the fact that she's rolling in there with Obama, the president, that's why she's seen as who she is. Like, so the woman I'm with, I'm gonna elevate her anyway, because I feel like I'm that guy. I feel like I'm that force to be reckoned with. And so it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, it really don't matter. Again, as long as she's beautiful to me, and she does something for me, and she turns my head, and she doesn't embarrass me, and she doesn't like bring me negative attention, that's all that matters to me.
Hey, Cloud.
Hey, Cloud, I'm good with your woman having the titties out, as long as my women don't. I want them to be looking
right. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna say one thing though. I don't have to push back against one thing though. I didn't say that I would be that dude. I said whether you got a bad chick, if you got a bad chick, then that's already an indication that you're already that dude. So if you that dude and you pick an ugly chick, that ain't gonna make you any less that dude. You already
right.
there. You just pick the ugly one.
But let's be real. Like, most people's first pick wouldn't be a Michelle Obama, but that doesn't make Obama any less that dude because his wife is not like a supermodel. And then look on the other hand, Trump's wife was a whole supermodel damn near, and everybody didn't respect his wife to the same level that they respected Michelle. So I really think it depends on the dude. You get what I'm saying? It depends on the dude that she's with and how she carries herself.
And nobody want Daddy Bush's wife. I ain't gonna lie, she is not turning nobody's heads.
That man said Daddy Bush.
The big bush, not the middle bush. Nobody want neither of them.
Big Bush.
Wow.
You talking about Barbara Bush? You talking about Barbara Bush, man?
Yeah, nobody want her.
R.I.P.
No, I thought you were talking about Laura Bush.
No, he talking about Barbara Bush.
What Eddie Griffin say? She look like the mom from Damien Omen.
Yo, they age like milk, you know that. But Luis, let's get you in there, Chief.
So my take is that, I really like how Sean kind of broke it out. I think it does matter at what stage of your life you're in. And I think for me, speaking where I'm at, I want a woman that leaves a lasting impression when she walks into a room, not only with her beauty, but also with her essence. The way she carries herself, the way she talks to people, the way she works the room, the crowd, right? Like, you could take her to a company party or winter ball or a fundraiser event, and she'll have other men not only looking at her aesthetics, but also how she interacts with other people, and she'll be like, wow, who is that woman? And sort of, once you find out that she is taken, you want to know, who is this type of man who has this woman?